Hey, you got 20 bucks? I got a smartwatch for you. Greetings and welcome to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. And inside this VHS tape container, I've got another ZEBLAZE product for us. Oh, I hate to do that, but I have such a hard time getting into the plastic otherwise. There! Now we're done with all those silly reflections. It's called the Vibe 3S. And you guys watched the thing we just did on the CV16 with the dual screen LCD and, that's sorry, don't look at that. And the LCD and the color, regular screen for smartwatch. And talked about how it's much longer life when you just have a basic screen like this, which is what we used to see on all of our digital watches before smart became popular, right? Well, ZEBLAZE, in their long line of vibes, has been great at incorporating more and more detail into the screen itself. You cannot change the watch face, but boy, can you get information on this, which you're about to see in the new 3S. Here it is. And as usual, it's a dual button thing you got to do to turn on. And a lot of folks, I guess, could not figure that out and sending them back. All they needed to do was press these two buttons at once. So they've made a little plastic cover to tell you about that sits on top of an already lit up, already running, beautiful, super rugged watch. Where do you get this thing? Why, of course, from Banggood. Banggood sent us out, and so has ZEBLAZE, the Vibe 3S Absolute Toughness. Yeah, it doesn't get much more than that. Absolute Toughness, real-time weather display on here. Your goals, your walking, moving goals are on here. You'll see that. Got message reminders, a nice large 1.2-inch FSTN display, not just an LCD. And that display is full viewable outdoors. Check the show notes down below. You may not even have to spend 20 bucks. If I can get you a discount on it, I'll definitely have that link for you. But at 20 bucks, come on, you can't beat it. Here's more detail. There's the big blow up of what you were reading before. Not a whole lot to talk about on the specs, except that it's using a different app to tether called Comfit. That should be interesting. Here are the supported languages on the watch. It's fully 5-atmosphere waterproof. This is a puppy you can swim with, lightly dive with, right? It's not going to have water intrusion in there. All the different things that go with it, including an LCD backlight, a world time function as well, if you're a global traveler, just want to keep tabs on the time in Shenzhen, China, like I need to, so I know when my partners are awake. 3-axis acceleration, a non-rechargeable CR2450 button type cell that gives you 2 years of life in this watch. So it's really like going to Walmart and picking up a regular digital watch for 20 bucks, except you're picking up a smartwatch for 20 bucks that has all kinds of capabilities. Drilling carbon coating on the case. Okay. Stainless steel button, zinc alloy face ring, stainless steel back. All for under 20 bucks. Wow, nice. Okay, here it is. What else is in the box? No charger, because we don't need that. We have a Vibe 3S manual. And here we go. Hopefully English right at the beginning. Yep, here's our specifications. As usual, as you all know, unless you're brand new, we do go page by page through the manual here, not just flip it, because that's how you can really learn about it. And most of the time, these are not available on the web anywhere to get a closer look. Sometimes they are, but just in case not, and in case I miss something, which I usually do, or get something wrong, which I never do, right? Then you could go back to the manual to confirm it. Here we're talking about how you pair to the app. Wow, and that's about it. Then you got your warranty card, and we're into the other languages. So it's just enough to get you started, which is kind of where we are. We've got a little cover on the buckle so that it doesn't get scratched, unless Uncle Tix messes it up just trying to take the packaging off. Goodness. The band, very pliable, very flexible. We have holes on this side and a whole lot of holes on this side. So when you put it on and we slide it through and we buckle it up, look, it could fit a really big person here and a really small person there. So it's universal for, oh, well, that's easy, for either gender, any size arm. They're very close together, so you can get an exact fit just the way you want it. There is it. There it is. That's what it looks like. Now, it said to turn it on, you had to push these two buttons at the same time. I'm going to do that and turn it off. That's how it should have shipped, but it shipped already on. But hey, it's got a 2-year battery on it, so no problem at all in having it on. When it's on, you see all kinds of icons light up and the overall screen itself. So, oh wow, look at that. When you get it in the sunlight, it gets even brighter, right? So what does all this mean? Well, let's dive into it. It's going to be easiest if I show you how these functions work and what all these icons mean from the pictures rather than directly on the watch. First of all, it's much clearer. They've got it all identified. And secondly, we're getting some reflections here in the house. Okay, there's the watch. And this is the very first thing you see is the functional analysis of your step count information that's across the top. You got step count, calories burned, distance traveled, and a timer. That's the function icon. And then the midsection display is your time, day, week, steps, calories, distance, all that stuff switches in here, okay? And then you've got your step progress against your goals over here that goes up and down. And then at the bottom are the display functions that are part of tethering to your phone, like an incoming call, text messaging, setting it up in remote camera mode, and then, of course, this is setting your alarms, too. Okay, so when you break it all down, you find that the sports function is the upper 3, and that's using the new 3-axis acceleration sensor, can track your steps, calories, and mileage on the watch that'll transfer to your phone app, right? Then, down here in the lower right-hand corner are the smartphone notifications. Yeah. Up in the upper right-hand corner is the basic stopwatch and alarm in the opposite corner. And then your calendar and weather information is right here. And you see the little B, that's your Bluetooth that you need to have activated before you tether, which takes us to the very next step. You got a good picture of that? All right, you know where all the functions are. Let's bring over the app now. Here we go. Got it all set up. This is in the Google Play Store. I searched on it. It's called ComFit. I've installed it. And when you open it, you get into this first screen. It talks about sports planning, health measuring, sleep inspection, although I don't see sleep on this, and sports mode. And then you can go in for an immediate experience, which is where you go in and set yourself up and log in, and we'll come back. Once you're logged in, you get to this personal information page where you can put your picture, give yourself a nickname, and set all of these different parameters, because it's going to need that for working with your calories and such, computation with your step count. Allow it to get, 6 different permissions we need to allow. I'm going to go through and just select all of them for our demo purposes. And we are there. You need photos and videos, permissions, so you can use the remote camera feature, all of that stuff. Now here we are on the main screen itself, and of course we're not tethered to the device yet. So I'm going to bring this back, just show you quickly. I'm going to press a button like this one, I hope. There, and now we've got the Bluetooth icon. Can you see that? It's flashing on the screen. So it should be in findable mode now. Probably go over to mine and to the device, and it's now going to select it in the listing here. And there we go, Vibe 3S, and confirm. Binding successful, simple as that. And the app crashed. Ah! I love it when this happens on camera. But hey, it's going to happen to you too, right? Okay. Well, I finally got it to pair, and you see it's updated the time to the current local time from my phone. But let me tell you, it was a real challenge. I literally had to turn off both the phone and the watch. When you turn the watch on, it automatically goes into that Bluetooth mode. I had to leave the house away from everything else, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, all of that stuff. Sorry about the ceiling reflections. When I tried to connect it, after turning it back on and getting a Bluetooth connection, and I said connect, it kept flashing network unavailable, network unavailable, network unavailable across the bottom because I was out of my Wi-Fi and I wasn't with a SIM card in here, so I was not on the internet. So be warned, the ComFit, and I'm coming in as a guest, by the way. The ComFit is going to transmit information to their cloud server about your pairing activity with the watch. That may be a good thing for storing your records and whatnot, but you actually have to have this on the internet before you can pair. So if you're out and about hiking somewhere and you want to pair the watch together with your phone, do it first when you're in Wi-Fi so you've got yourself a connection. Hopefully after that, it'll just automatically connect next time you turn it on with Bluetooth because it's already established that connection. So many little nuances with these things. Let's look quickly through here. You can turn on a disconnect reminder, so if you lose Bluetooth, it's going to ring your phone. Looking for device, it's now looking for it. It says it's connected. I'm not seeing anything flashing on here. Again, this is a universal kind of an app for a lot of different things, and maybe it's not going to actually work for this one. It's not vibrating or anything like that. I'm not feeling any signal or seeing any light or seeing anything flashing. Here's the remote camera. So when you go into this mode, the remote camera icon on here with a trigger should take a picture. Usually it's this upper one, and there it is. You see it flash, and it just took a picture. So that's how that function works within here. Took a picture of my hair. Gah. Do not disturb, you can set that up. Notice reminders. These are all the different reminders you can activate that will then flash the messaging icon for you to let you know that you have something waiting. It's not going to identify what. And your alarm clock settings are here. You can check your firmware version for the actual one. It's on version 1.0.0. And it's up to 1.0.1 already, and I'll do that later after the review. So make sure you come in and you check and do your firmware update. And then you can recover factory settings and that like resets and clears everything out of your device. And that is in the ComFit device section. Found new firmware. No, I don't want to do that yet. Okay, we're back here, and that was here. Then you can set your step goal information. You can give feedback, report that it's constantly crashing, get help, and overall settings for the app itself, where you can change the system from public or metric, I guess, to British, which is kind of what I use here. And temperature can be centigrade or Fahrenheit because, as you see, you've got weather right up there. There's the cloudy icon, it looks like, on here. I'm not sure where temperature is or how you bring it in, but that's part of this as well. That's the whole section under mine. Under sports, you have these different individual sports that you could select: running, riding, treadmill, or walking. Set a target and start and run your event right here on your phone, pretty much independent of the watch. There's no heart rate sensor. Sometimes the apps will acquire heart rate from the watch and integrate it with GPS and timing and everything from the app and give you a total picture. But this one doesn't, so you may get pedometer information from here, but most likely you'd be getting GPS if it's available. And then here you go, up and down the stairs and in and out to try to set this thing up. I've got 52 steps on it already. It's showing me my Fahrenheit temperature, my calories and distance and duration of how long I've been doing that. And here it's breaking down every half hour how many steps I took. Now that's pretty awesome for a watch that lasts 2 years on a battery that doesn't require charging, that tethered to your phone can be able to tell you every half hour how many steps you've walked. Very impressive. Step statistics, when I go into here, there's daily, weekly, monthly, and annual, and total information. And as I said before, I'm not seeing any sleep statistics. There's no heart rate, blood pressure, blood oxygen, or any of those other kind of things. But it is great if you want to do monitor your step count and use it as a basic smartwatch with alarms and notifications from your phone to trigger you to pull out your phone to see what it is that's pushing you, or whether you have a call coming in. And of course, put it in selfie mode or picture mode so you can hold the phone where you want to and trigger taking a picture from your wrist. That's it, folks. That is the ZEBLAZE. Where's my piece of paper? Too many pieces of paper. The ZEBLAZE Vibe 3S. And it's available for $20 or less directly from Banggood. Thanks to ZEBLAZE for sending this out, and Banggood for being a sponsor with us, and you for your interest in our videos. You've been watching Smartwatch Tics, and we'll see you again soon.